Have you ever wondered if you're really hearing your mix or just getting stuck in your own head? Like you, I lose perspective after hours mixing, and it doesn't matter how experienced you are, it still happens. So today I'm going to share with you an objectivity test I use that's part mindset shift, part hands-on exercise, so you can stay grounded and actually trust what you're hearing. This video isn't about unveiling pro mixing secrets or mix fix tips. It's about learning how to step outside your own head while you're still in the mix. To make this work, we first need to understand why objectivity disappears so easily when you're mixing at home. Because if you don't recognise that moment, you don't know when to run the test. This loss of perspective isn't a personal flaw. It's a very predictable side effect of how most of us mix at home. You're usually in the same room, on the same monitors, at the same desk. You're often mixing your own music, so you're emotionally attached before you even start. And sessions tend to run long, especially when you're in the middle of an idea and want to get it finished, because one idea tends to lead to another. At first, you're hearing the mix. And then, without realising it, you start reacting to your thoughts about the mix. And that's when decisions feel heavier and doubt creeps in. And everything starts to feel harder than it should. So if losing perspective is normal, and it really is, the next question is, what does objectivity actually mean in the mixing context? Because a lot of people misunderstand this part. Objectivity doesn't mean being emotionless or detached, and it definitely doesn't mean trusting your ears blindly. It's also not something you either have or don't. Objectivity is the ability to notice when your judgment has drifted and you bring it back. That's it. It's a bit like meditation. The skill isn't never being distracted. The skill is noticing you have and returning to focus. Once you understand that objectivity is about awareness, this is where it becomes practical, because now I can show you the tests to use to reset my perspective and hear the mix as it actually is. The objectivity test is simple. You temporarily remove one thing and listen to what the rest of the mix is telling you. This isn't about fixing anything yet. It's about listening in a different way. And this only works if you listen in a very specific way. So let me walk you through exactly what to do and, more importantly, what to listen for. First, choose one element or a group of instruments you've been working on. Something you keep coming back to. The lead vocal, the snare, the guitars, the keyboards, whatever it is, and mute it completely. Now this part matters. Don't listen to what disappears. Listen to what happens to everything else. Does the mix feel unbalanced? Does it feel clearer? Does it barely change at all? And what you're listening for here is information. If the mix suddenly feels unfocused, that track was helping define the picture, and now you know how important its role really is. If the mix feels clearer, that track may have been competing rather than supporting. If the mix barely changes, it's telling you that that element isn't carrying much weight in the overall structure, even if you've been spending a lot of time on it. And if something else suddenly jumps out as a problem, that's useful too, because it shows you where your attention actually needs to go next. Now, this test isn't about whether the sound is good or bad. It's about understanding what each part is really contributing. Once you've done that, there's one question you have to ask straight away, because this is the point where objectivity either comes back or slips away again. As soon as you unmute the track, ask yourself one question. What is this track actually here to do? Is it there for clarity, for weight, for rhythm, for emotion, for support? If you can't answer that clearly, objectivity has already slipped away. This is where interrogating the arrangement really matters, because when roles aren't clear, you end up compensating with processing instead of decisions. Now, none of this works if your judgment has already drifted after a long session. After a while, your ears and your brain adapt and they lie to you very politely. So before you trust the result of the test, you need a way to reset your perspective. To remember this easier, I came up with the 3 R's. R's. It's a bit like arse. Reset, reference, return. Lower your monitoring level. Sit in silence for a moment. Play 10 seconds of a reference track. Then go straight back to your mix without touching anything immediately. This is an ear calibration reset. What is a trusted track you know that sounds great out in the real world? This is your baseline test. You can't judge clearly if your baseline has drifted. This is useful in the moment, but the real change happens when you turn this into something you do consistently, because that's how you stop second-guessing session after session. One test helps today. Developing a practice helps every session. So here's how to make this reliable. In each mix session, run one objectivity test. Just one, and then make a quick note, not about how you felt, but about what changed. And ask yourself, what changed when I removed something? And what did that reveal about the arrangement? What decision did this make easier? After a while, you start noticing patterns in your mixing. Patterns you can change if you need to, or patterns that work and that you can trust. And that's partly where confidence actually comes from. If there's one thing to take away from this, it's that objectivity isn't about trusting your ears blindly. It's about giving yourself a way back to reality when your perspective starts to drift. And once you can hear your mix clearly again, the next question naturally becomes this: how do you actually know when to stop? That's exactly what this next video is about now. Because there's no point hearing your mix objectively if you don't know whether it's done or whether you're just afraid to let it go. That's all from me. Thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.